Marine, from the English adjective marine, meaning of the sea, from Latin marinus, itself of the sea. The United States Marine Corps was America's amphibious spearhead for World War II. Its mission was to assault and capture enemy-held islands in the Pacific campaigns. The Marine Corps pioneered the tactics and techniques of one of the most challenging forms of warfare, amphibious assault. The 6 Marine divisions that served in the war fought, bled, and died in some of the toughest battles in the long, brutal history of warfare. During the war, the Navy Marine Corps team projected force across vast ocean expanses during the island-hopping campaigns. But no matter how large the fleet, victory was only assured by the Marines on the ground.
In the interwar period, the Marine Corps, as part of the Navy's revising war strategy, went from being a defensive force defending naval bases to an offensive force that developed amphibious doctrine. What Camp Pendleton did in World War II was provide the real estate for basic training of the units after recruit training, and then forming the supporting units like artillery, motor transport, amphibian tractors. All of that was done here as well. So when the war began, the Marines were the amphibious experts of the U.S. forces. But the first offensive action was by the 1st Marine Division at Guadalcanal in 1942. Next, after the Solomon's campaigns, which went through the islands of Bougainville, and then the 1st Marine Division lands at Cape Gloucester, the Central Pacific Campaign begins with the famous landing by the 2nd Division at Tarawa. It was a bloody fight that lasted about 4 days, but the airfield was secured, the island was secured, and then the Marines mopped up what was left of the atoll.
Since I first joined the Marines, I have advocated aggressiveness in the field and constant offensive action. Hit quickly, hit hard, and keep right on hitting. Give the enemy no rest, no opportunity to consolidate his forces and hit back at you. This is the shortest road to victory in the type of island war the Marines had to fight, and is most economical of lives in the long run.
And it's the 5th Marine Amphibious Corps that is assigned to take the island of Iwo Jima, famous in Marine Corps lore. The last major push is to seize the island of Okinawa, which is intended to be the amphibious build-up spot for the ultimate landings on the Japanese home islands. It's a bloody fight. It goes on for weeks into months. Eventually, though, the Marines prevail.
The Second World War was a harsh and brutal experience, but it also heralded the beginnings of Camp Pendleton, as well as the framework for amphibious warfare, one which would prove useful for Marines in the decades to come.